Friday. Long time no see. It is Friday. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Chalk Couture. And we're going to be using October's Club Couture transfer for the month. So this is what it looks like. It's called Grateful. And when you get yours, if you're a member of the club, you get Camel, Shimmer Olive, and Papaya, and you get 3 paste singles with that. So we're going to be doing this project tonight, but before that, I have a couple of announcements. One, as you hop on, go ahead and say hi in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me if you've had a good week, a bad week, if you're ready for the weekend. Just let me know that you're here. Also, I wanted to let you know that I'm using an online platform called StreamYard. So I'm actually live in 3 places this evening. My Facebook business page, my Facebook private group, the Robin's Egg Blue Creations Crafty Collab, and I'm also live on my YouTube channel. So if you hear me refer to a comment that you may not see in your feed, that person might be commenting from a different platform. Also, if you're watching from my group, if you wouldn't mind giving StreamYard permission to access your name, that way I know who I'm talking to in the comments. Otherwise, you show up as Facebook user. So that would be great. I see that Jason is watching from upstairs. And also, before I get started, I'm going to share my screen. I made this Facebook post a couple of days ago. Let's see if I can. So it was talking about fall flavors, and it was also kind of a game that we played. And I told you on that post that I would be drawing a winner from any of the comments that were on that post. So this is what the post looked like. So if you happen to follow my page, it does pay to play. So make sure you play those games because you might be eligible for a drawing at any time. So I'm going to stop sharing that screen, and then I'm going to go and share another screen. So let's make sure you can see that. So, and this is the first time I've used it, so I've already picked up the comments. And so we're going to start the giveaway. And it looks like Mary Jo Minch is the winner. Let's make sure you guys can see that. So you can see that Mary Jo Minch won. So congratulations to Mary Jo, and I'll be reaching out to her if she's not watching this evening. So I'm going to stop sharing that. Okie doke. So now we're back. Okay. So this is a Chalk Couture transfer. This one is exclusive to Chalk Couture designers and or club members. So you do have to be a club member or a designer to get this. These are reusable sticky back silkscreen transfers. So they have adhesive on the back. They're reusable about 8 to 12 times. So because they are reusable, I'm going to write the name of the transfer on the back. And this one is called Gratitude. And I do this so that when I'm done cleaning it, I know that it goes back on this backer sheet and that this is the back side of the backer sheet. Because there is a paper side and then there's a shiny side. And the transfer goes on the shiny side. Okie doke. So because it is a new transfer, I want to fuzz it. And I'm actually going to move to a different layout. And also, if you wouldn't mind, there is a comment right down there, or a kind of a ticker. And if you want to be entered into the Friday Happy Mail giveaway, you need to comment hashtag I want Happy Mail, and that you just need to do it just how it says down there. And it is case sensitive, so put in hashtag I want Happy Mail in the comments, and we will be doing my Friday Happy Mail giveaway at the end of the evening. So because this transfer is brand new, I just want to put down a small layer of lint just so that it doesn't stick so tightly to my surface that when I pull it off, it stretches or distorts the transfer, because then it won't work like it's supposed to. And the lint does wash off when you clean it. And I'm also using this 9x12 Aiden board, and it is a porcelain steel board. So between the brand new transfer and the porcelain steel, the transfer likes to stick to these surfaces pretty well. So I'm just going to fuzz it a few more times. And you can just use any ordinary terry cloth towel. You can use your shirt. You can use your pants. And this board does come in several different sizes, 9x12, 12x18, and 18x24, I believe. And it is also magnetic, which is really cool. So I'm just going to lay this down on my on my surface, and I'm going to pull it up to the top just a little bit more than normal, because I want to put some embellishments down here. And I don't want my design to be in the way. I do feel a bump. I need to wash my fuzz towel. It has lots of stuff on it that shouldn't be there. So I'm just going to lay it down, making sure that I have a good adhesion. Making sure that it's good and stuck down so that my chalk paste does not seep or bleed underneath the transfer. So I just kind of go through the little silk screen and make sure that it's not bubbly anywhere. Okay. Now you just got to figure out how. Hey, Amanda, good evening. We are using October's Club Couture transfer, and this one's called Grateful. And you using the paste colors that comes with the transfer, Papaya, Shimmer Olive, and Camel. And I believe in the picture that I looked at, this kind of wreath, vine wreath, is Shimmer Olive, the Very Thankful, the two border lines, and Incredibly Blessed are in Camel, and then the word Grateful is in Papaya. So I think I'm just trying to figure out which way to attack it. I will probably be doing paste and peel, and that means I'll paste this portion of the transfer, peel it up, dry it a little bit, and then put the rest of the transfer back down. And that just keeps my chalk paste, especially these two older formulas, from drying in the silk screen. This Camel happens to be a new formula because you can see the little tag, and it doesn't dry as quickly, but because I'm using the other two, I want to make sure that I don't let the paste dry. I gotta dig out my squeegees. Okay, and Amanda, looks like she has entered the giveaway. She put in hashtag I want Happy Mail, just like it says down there in the ticker. Okie doke. So I'm just going to use my mini squeegee, and then I'm going to use the chalk paste. This is just a liquid form of chalk. It does dry semi-permanent. It is water soluble. So next month, when I get my new Club Couture transfer for November, I can wipe this design off and I can start over fresh. So I'm just dipping my squeegee in my chalk paste. And we're just going to do the word grateful. So I'm going to have to be fairly careful about where and how fast I chalk, because I tend to get a little ahead of myself. And I do have too much on I have a little bit more than I need on my squeegee. So I just put it back in the jar. So now that I've got it all covered, I'm just going to wipe off the rest of the excess and kind of smooth out my squeegee lines. And think we're done with that color. Amanda says she already feels like this is going to be super cute. It'll probably be a fast project, but and I'm just going to wipe off this squeegee to try to save on some of my mess that I have to clean up later. So I'm just going to take a wet wipe, or you can use a wet paper towel, or you can even use a wet rag, and it's all ready to go. So I'm going to pull part of this up just because I have it crammed up here in the corner. I'm going to use the picking tool on the end of the detail tool just to kind of get underneath my transfer, just to pull it up. And I'm only going to pull it up a little bit. And then I'm going to get my drying tool and I'm going to dry it. Amanda, I haven't forgot about the last 3 Happy Mails that you've won, so I'll get you something. I'll probably bring it to Grow Group on Tuesday. No, I didn't paint the frame. This is a 9x12 Aiden board. It comes, it's available on my Chalk site. It's a Chalk Couture surface. I know I don't use those very often, but they're great surfaces, so I should. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but I have gone over where I want to. And the nice thing about using Chalk Couture surfaces and the chalk paste is that I can wash it off. So I just sprayed a little bit of water on my cutting mat over here, and I just have a Q-tip, and I can just wipe that gone. So if I completely boo-boo, or if I don't like that color, just a little bit of water and a little bit of elbow grease, and it's completely gone. You can't tell that I even messed up. So now I'm just going to rub down where I need to chalk still, just so that I make sure the rest of the transfer is down, and I've got a little bit of a bubble there. Okay, make sure that line is down. Okay, I think it's all down. Okay, so the next color we're going to go to is the Camel, and we're going to do Very Thankful, the 2 border lines, and then Incredibly Blessed. And I'm going to use the multi-tool for this. So this multi-tool is dual-ended. There's a very small squeegee for tight spaces. And then this end is usually used to stir inside of your paste because it can get down into this lip that's in here. And this is, I don't know if you can see the difference. This is the old formula. I don't know if you can see how it's drying around the edges. As chalk loses moisture, it just dries up. But this one is kind of a creamier consistency, and it's not supposed to dry up like the old formula is. Okay, so I'm going to get my multi-tool and the Camel color. We're just going to go up here and chalk Very Thankful. If you wouldn't mind also sprinkling me, spread the chalk paste around Facebook world. And then if also you wouldn't mind, hit the heart button, hit that like button, tag your crafty friends. Okay. So I'm just using the detail tool to get into that little line. And then I'm going to try to snag. It does look like peanut butter. I wouldn't recommend eating it, although it is non-toxic. Uh-oh. Something happened to my phone. Let's see. Now you can see all the nasty, dirty stuff behind me. Let's see what happened here. I don't know why that happens. Technical difficulties. Stay tuned. You can see my overhead stand here, my cart here. Okay. Oops. Now it's got to, okay, flip. There we go. I don't know what happened. Okay. Try that again. Here we go. Back in action. Okay, so let's finish this line. Okay. Just trying to get some of those little lines out. Well, it's a junky area. It's organized for me, but it's probably junky in most people's. So I'm just pulling it up so I can reveal what I've already chalked. It is a nice area to have, though. It is nice to have lots of space. But I'll be the first to tell you, I have too much stuff. Okay. Now I just need to make sure that this part is pressed down. And then we'll do the bottom part. So I'm just dipping my multi-tool into the chalk paste. And we'll just do this bottom part right here. Just need to get a little more. So now I'm just going to take off the excess. And then I'm going to wipe that off. Just so I have a few less tools to have to wash. Put the lid on that one because I'm done with the Camel. And then we're going to peel up from the bottom. I'm going to dry this. Okay. And we'll lay all that down. Okay, so now we'll get the shimmer olive. I think we'll use the multi-tool for kind of the framed areas. And then I'll come back in with a different squeegee for the middle vines. And actually, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to use my multi-tool. And I'm just dragging the paste down the silkscreen area. Okay. And I'm going to go down this way. Okay, so we've got that side. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, this shimmer olive is a really pretty color. And it's sparkly, so what's not to like about that? It's sparkly without the glitter mess. Although, if you looked at the bottom of our utility sink, it's pretty sparkly from all the shimmer paste that I've used. It's kind of left a sparkly residue at the bottom of the sink. Okay, so I'm gonna put that one away for a little bit, and I'm gonna get out a larger, just the mini squeegee, and I'll do this inside part just so it can go a little faster. Ooh, not that much. So I don't know if you've ever noticed, I have a tendency to put my squeegee at 90% or at a 90-degree angle. And I have learned that when you do that, your paste pools kind of in this inside. So I've been trying to remind myself to kind of drag the chalk paste at a 45-degree angle, because that's where most of your paste ends up pooling up. And then to move it around even more, pull your squeegee up at more of a 90-degree angle. But to get some of that excess that's on the back of your squeegee, put your squeegee at kind of a 45-degree angle. And that's still something I'm trying to teach myself, because I have a tendency to keep my squeegee at a 90-degree angle all the time. But then you can pick it up easier with the 90-degree. I hope that makes sense. But so a 45-degree angle to drag it and move it more. To kind of wipe it away, do your 90-degree angle. Okay. I'm going to pull it up slowly to make sure I got most of the areas covered. And keep in mind, some of the pieces of the transfer are slightly more distressed than others. So I'm just laying this in my tub of water over here. Hey, Ashley. And I'm going to dry it. And then when I'm done, I'll show you how to clean the transfer. And then we'll get to embellishing. So what does everyone have planned for the weekend? you're going to have a nice relaxing weekend, or do you have a busy weekend? If you're local to Salina, we have vendor bingo tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Doors open at 6. Bingo starts at 7. It's a lot of fun. No way. Garrison turns 13 tomorrow. Holy mackerel. Jason says he's going to vendor bingo with his beautiful wife. That would be me. Okay. It may not be fully dry yet, but I'm going to wash my transfer while it's sitting over here. So I'm just going to put this to the side. Oops. And I have this is usually how my utility sink's kind of gunky, so I have this tub sitting in it. That way my transfer doesn't sit on the bottom of my sink. So I usually just kind of scrub on it a little bit. I have the dirty side, the front side down. So the side that you're seeing is the sticky side. And so that got a little bit of it off. And then I just take a board eraser, and that pretty much just gets everything off. I just kind of pull it up and down the transfer to try to get all that chalk paste off. The shimmer paste will leave a little bit of shiny residue behind, and some regular paste may stain, like your highly pigmented paste like black, green, red. Let's see if I got all that. Oh, I still see some Camel. So you can see that it's getting a lot of it off. It's turning my water funky colors. Get some of that. And then I usually just pull it out and put this to the side. And then I usually take a disinfecting wipe, and it can be any brand, just not baby wipes, because those usually they may have alcohol or lotions in them. So this is still the front side. And sometimes I have to scrub on some of these. So I just try to get all that paste off. And then I flip it over. And I do the same thing on the back. And this will help get a lot of the lint that I put on there, and it'll get any chalk that may still be stuck in there. So that's how you clean them. You can even just run them under your sink water. And I do a little bit of both. I scrub them in that bucket and then run them underwater. And then, because I am notorious for leaving my transfers overnight to dry, and you're not supposed to, because that can help and cut down on the stickiness, I just put mine right back on my backer sheet, and then it dries on the backer sheet. So now it's ready to go. And I don't have to come down at 2 in the morning and put the backer sheet back on, which I have done before. Okay, so now let's bring our board back in. And then I'm going to go ahead and wipe these real quick. Less cleaning that I have to do later. And again, you can just wash these off with wet wipes, a wet rag, a wet paper towel. Okay, throw those out. So I'm going to push some of this stuff out of my way. I'm just going to do my little twine and bead embellishing. So I have this package of beads, and they have some texture to them. I'm just going to pour them over here so they don't end up all over the floor. And then I'm just going to take my handy dandy twine here. I'm just going to leave a tail. I'm just going to wrap it around the frame 3 or 4 times. And this is why I put the design of the transfer up a little farther than normal. You know, normally you would center it, but I put it up a little bit so that I could add this embellishment at the bottom. So I'm just going to tie it really tight, and I'm going to hold my finger there. Get it very tight. So I'm just kind of separating them. And then sometimes, oh, that's okay, Ashley. You're multitasking, huh? Hopefully you're not saying I'm too quiet, but okay, so I've got all that tied together. And then I'm going to take my smaller twine and my beads, and I'm going to make another little dangle. But I'm also, let's make the dangle first since I already have it out. So I'm just going to make like a little needle with my washi tape, just so I can thread the beads easier. So now I have a little needle right here. I'm going to cut a little piece. And I'm going to put a knot at this end. Make probably about a, hi Katie. Probably about 3 times, just so that the bead doesn't pull through. I know both you and Amanda, happy mail. It's been a little crazy around here, so I'll get that out. Okay, so I'm just gonna, for one, making sure that that bead's not gonna pull through. So I'm just gonna put probably 4 on each side, so that's a total of 8 beads. So I've got 4. Katie is entered into the Happy Mail giveaway. So 1 more. So we'll put those away. So then I'll tie another knot. Oh, you're not really watching the football game. Your kids like to go hang out with their friends. We used to go to I think I've told you this before, but Jason had a friend who used to be an assistant coach for Solomon in the early 2000s. So we went to a few Solomon football games. It was fun. It reminded me of my high school football games because I grew up in a couple of small towns. So I'm just putting a knot at the end of this. Oops. Okay, so then I'll cut that off. And then I'll get my big twine. Katie says happy. Oh, Madison thought I said Happy Meals. She said French fries. It is hard to say Happy Meal. I have said Happy Meal before. That's the best thing I've heard all week. I think I saw on, I don't know if it was a reel or if it was TikTok, but somebody was mentioning a Happy Meal toy shortage. I don't know. Is that true? We don't buy Happy Meals anymore. So if anyone can speak on that, let me know. Okay, so I just made a little bow and some tails from the twine. So I'm just going to tie that on. It's pretty much how I do most things. And then I'm going to take my dangle. I can't find these two. Must be these two. My things got lost. So then I'm just going to tie this on. Okay. So then just put some knots in the end. And then let that fray. Kind of start to get it to fray by itself. Thanks, Amanda. If you don't have a lot of time if you don't think you have time to craft, or if you don't think you're very crafty, Chalk Couture sure makes it easy. That's kind of why I like the product so much. I mean, I've 45 minutes, and if you don't do all the embellishing and the chit-chatting, it would probably take a lot less. Okay. So there's our finished dangle. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be. Katie says everything I've seen you do is cute. Chalk Couture makes it super simple. I mean, you could just leave the chalkboard as is, don't put any embellishments on, and you've got a great piece of home decor. If you didn't like the twine stuff, you could always add some florals and bows, all that kind of stuff, but I just kind of like the twine and the beads. So let me get some stuff out of my way, and we'll go back. Thanks, Ashley. You guys are too kind. Okay, so I'm going to hold it up real quick, and then we still have some more housekeeping things to do, but this is our finished project. So this is the Club Couture transfer for the month. And let me show you what you get. There we go. I couldn't figure out what was happening here. You get $4.95 flat rate shipping on any additional chalk site order, which if I could get $4.95 flat rate shipping, I would. And I wanted to show you a few more things. This is a kit that just launched today, and I'm hoping it's still available. I know it was selling like hotcakes, but this is the Countdown to Christmas kit that you can purchase. It is $39.99, and it comes with the house box frame, which is completely adorable, the 8.5 by 11 size B Countdown to Christmas transfer. I think that's a B size. And then 3 paste singles, black, I think candy apple and pesto, if I believe. You also get the wreath and the mini squeegee. However, there was an email that was sent out. The color trays will not come with this kit, but it won't affect the price at all. But this is the cutest kit ever. So take advantage of that. Also, the starter kit has changed as of today. So you get the normal $240+ value for $99, but they've also added in the Countdown to Christmas kit into the starter kit. So that adds a whole nother $40 onto your kit value. So if you want the Countdown to Christmas kit and you've been thinking about becoming a designer, this month is definitely the month to do that, because you get the cutest little Countdown to Christmas kit with that. Also, the Positive Vibes transfers are 50% off. If you're interested in that, let me know. But there's a giraffe print. There's a couple other transfers. I'll have to get another graphic that shows the specific transfers. So let's look at It Froze on You. Can you all hear me? Put a thumbs up in the comments if you can hear me. I don't know, it kicked me out of my studio for some reason, so I think I may have lost Wi-Fi, and that might be what happened. So give me some thumbs ups. Give me some thumbs up if you can hear me. And I'll wait a few moments to see if you guys can hear me. Yep, Amanda can hear me. Good. Anybody else? You may have to come back, leave, and then come back in. Kind of refresh yourself. I'm just giving you a few moments. Amanda can hear me. Can anyone else hear me? Jason can hear me. Anybody else? You may have to come back in, refresh, and come back in. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and do the giveaway. So I'm going to share my screen again. So let's do the giveaway. Okay, are we ready to draw? Here we go. So it's either Amanda or Katie. So we'll just add to their bounty that they're already getting. Katie's the winner. I think Katie, I don't know if she's having some audio issues when I got kicked out, but I will let her know that she's the winner if she is not able to hear me. And I will let her know that she's the winner. So I will be live again tomorrow at 10 a.m. and I will post that. Oh, Katie's back. Congratulations, Katie. I haven't forgot you or Amanda yet. You'll get quite the bounty coming. So I'll see you again on tomorrow morning. And I'm going to have to change my time on Sunday because I have a church event at my 4 o'clock time. So I'll probably be live at 2 o'clock on Sunday. So if I don't catch you at 10, tomorrow I will catch you at 2 on Sunday. Have a great evening, and I hope you all have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.